Yeah.
88.2 Sanyu FM. It is the hit selector, and you just listened to Open Wide coming in from Calvin Harris and Big Sean. I would now like to introduce my guest today on Celeb Select. The fabulous Maro is here with me. Hello.
Nkobera joy and Angole Jokoba iwe. Yo, I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good.
I
very
like
good.
that intro.
Thank you.
How's your Saturday? How's your weekend?
My Saturday, I started by going to the gym. So straight from the gym, I was like, let me not be late.
I like the way you just put that out there. Is that part of like your resolutions list for 2017?
Yes. I have to look good. I know my fans, my most fans are those who want me to look good, and I'm trying to do that.
Is there a lady in question as well who'd like you to look good?
Yeah, I have a lot of ladies I like who love
A
me.
lot of ladies.
Who love my music, exactly.
I see you dodging. Well, welcome to
but
the
that's
show.
exactly what I mean. Ladies love my music. Yeah.
So tell me, you've been nicknamed the R&B Chabazinga.
Yes, R&B, Chavazinga. It's just because I do R&B in Lusoga, and then it made me stand out, and yet we haven't gotten any other R&B king, as you can see.
So if someone were to ask you to describe yourself as a musician, what would you say?
Maro is a great musician and an R&B musician, and is also versatile. So he does a lot.
Well, you're talking about Maro the musician.
Yeah.
I want to hear from Maro the man right now. So tell me.
Exactly.
Where were you born?
Yes. Banzala Buolero Buwenge. Yeah. Ginger. Yeah. That's where I was born. My dad is a police officer. My mom was what she did, and I remember is that she used to go to church and sing in church.
Okay.
Yeah, because she left me when I was 3, so I've lived with a lot of stepmoms. So I have a lot of siblings. Yeah, I may not mention the number, but they love me. I love them.
Okay.
And I've been in, like I said, I've been in the industry for 6 years. But I've struggled for more, like to let the beast out ever since my P7. Yeah, that was like so 2000.
You mentioned that your mom was doing music in church, in the choir.
Yeah.
When did you start? When did music call you? What age?
It called me when I was like 10. When I was like 10, I used to listen to Dolly Parton. Songs of Don William. Then there was Kenny Rogers,
the country great.
Yes. So like what my dad was listening to, it took me. And then I heard about the karaoke night. Although I was like, when I grow up, I have to go to Sabrina's. You remember that was the biggest karaoke night ever.
That was the stage.
Yeah, that was the stage. And just singing karaoke there, you would become a star already, like singing there. So that was my dream, but it was way like older than me. So I had to chase it and find other avenues.
Where did you go to school?
So for example, in my nursery, that was in Zambia nursery school, that is Zambia Barracks. Then I went to St. Peter's, my P1, and until P3. Then Police Children's School. I kept on changing, Then I went to Bupa Dengo. That's when I did my P7. Bupa Dengo. OB. So it's bordering Jinja and Kamuli.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a great school, Bupa Dengo. And then my S1, I went to Africana Whiteland, which is Seroma right now.
Okay.
So I met the likes of Tigan and So Tigan was there, and Rena, the guy who is behind Kadanke. Yeah, so those are OBs there.
Okay.
And Light College Mukono, that's where I did my O level.
O levels.
Yeah, and I passed. I went to After Light College, I went to Buloba High School.
Mm-hmm.
Buloba High School is where I did my S6. So I took my grades and I did development studies.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, January 21st.
That's
So
just 2 years ago.
recently, yeah, I
Wow.
graduated.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a hassle because in my second year going to third year,
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a dead year because my song had gotten viral and I didn't know how to explain to my lovely dad. so it was like a full year of silence between me and my family.
Okay. It
So
was
those-
a balancing act then, huh? Because you had
Yeah.
your music on one hand pulling
Yeah.
you, and then you really had to finish school. on
And
the
I couldn't balance it if the funder or like the guy who's giving me money is not supporting my music. Yet right now the beast is out. I felt like I cannot just let the song go. I have to perform with Mickey Wine when they call him to Malaba, when they call him, because the song was getting, like I said, viral. It was everywhere. So, and I felt like this is my chance. So I asked for the dead year, and my dad didn't know I had asked for dead year. So he thought I had dropped out.
Oh.
So we were,
So it was a
at
tough
that
time,
page,
huh?
yeah. So
Did you ever have a confrontation about it, or is he
No,
one of
I-
those African fathers who just stops talking to you?
it's me who stopped. I was scared. Yeah, I was scared. So I really took like a full year without talking to my dad. Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you for your first request right now.
Yeah.
Morris Kyria, The Man. Why did you pick this song?
This is a guy who actually speaks to me and gives me inspiration.
I'm gonna watch how I raise my voice at you. I'm gonna watch everything I do.
Yeah.
Now, Maro, we just
Yeah.
played Morris Kyria's song, The
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And you said to me that he's someone who has mentored you and has been there for you.
And it's still there for me.
And that's really cool because
Yeah.
I interviewed him and I asked him about the importance of mentors. And he said
Yeah.
it's so important to have people who can keep you focused. You
Sure.
wanted to share something with us
Yes.
right now from
Yeah.
Morris Kyria.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a voice note.
Okay.
Just listen.
Hey bro, I decided to just send you an audio note and kind of inspire you today. It's 2017 and I've seen very many artists come up in a while. And I just want to let you know you're one of those artists that I really have my eye on to do something amazing in this country musically. Yes, I'm talking to you, Maro.
Wow.
Exactly.
That's something special.
My reply was like, I'm speechless. I cannot, I don't know how to react to this. But yeah, with time, I realized this is the same guy. He was cool when I was working at the cinema. I worked at the cinema in 2006 and 7. And I saw you many times. You saw
Yes.
me, yeah.
Yes.
So I met few guys, like a few that stayed with me. Like, for example, Morris. And then there's Navio. Yeah, I've known these people for 10 years.
I really love hearing that, you're supporting each other.
True.
What are some of the challenges? Because you mentioned, okay, finally you made a bit of money from your music. You were
Yeah.
able to go back to school
Yeah.
and finish your degree.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges for you breaking out into the music industry in Uganda that you've experienced?
Basically, I didn't know that I didn't know how the industry worked. So I thought, you have a song with Mickey Wine. Everyone is going to say, come for an interview. You are the best. You are good.
You thought you were set.
Yeah, I thought I was set. And then, all the newspapers would be talking about me. It wasn't the case. I had to introduce myself to these people. So I didn't know how it worked. And I thought, okay, now they're going to call me and I'm going to get tons of money. I'm just going to carry it in a bag and all that. It wasn't the case. I learned that you have to work for it. And the first time you may get 50,000 Uganda shillings. The next time they say, I don't have much, but there's something little. I'm going to give you 300,000. And you're like, wow, because you've been getting 50,000.
50,000. That's
And you're
a
like,
step up.
And then next time you do a good song, someone calls you and is like, you know what? We are here, but we have 1 million. I don't know if you can take it, but please take it. And then you're like, no, I'm not taking it. I'm taking so and so. Like you grow, and those are things that I took as challenges because I couldn't fund my music. The music was good, and every time I put out a song, it was more expensive than how I lived.
Okay.
Like you make a video of 4 million and you're staying in a place of 100,000 like a month. So that was you know, economically
It's difficult to
it's
live
difficult.
that lifestyle, but live within
Exactly.
your means when you're not yet making money.
And you have to wear what people like. I mean, and you have to create a style. You have to be someone that they look up to and say, I love that guy. And I want to be like him. I want his ways to be like, I want to copy his ways.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I am going to ask you for your second request right now. Aziz Azion.
Aziz Azion. Yeah, that's the second guy. I respect that guy. I love this song, and he's one of the other mentors in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nzikiriza.
Sikiliza, wewe Mungu, wewe kwagala kwafe,
88.2 Sanyo FM, and I'm chatting with Maro right now on the Celeb Select. And you've been sharing stories about people who've inspired you. You talked about Aziz Azion, Morris Kiria, Navio.
Yeah.
I guess the question is, what kind of music do you listen to in your free time?
In my free time.
Because we know you're feeling our local music pulse, but in general, what music do you listen to?
In general, I collaborate a lot with Jamaicans and Kenyans. So I listen to a lot of Jamaican music like dancehall.
And you mentioned growing up to country music. That's what your dad liked.
Yeah, that's what my dad
like
loved.
internationally right now, what musician do you look up to and you're really feeling what they're doing?
Yeah, like as per now, if I'm to look up to someone, I no doubt it will be Africa. Because if you look at guys like Wizkid, they're doing their stuff, and also Eddie Kenzo. Yeah, this is the truth. Eddie Kenzo is moving mountains, and many other African artists that are doing making a difference.
If you could work with an African artist, who would you choose?
African, I would love to work with the D'banj.
D'banj.
Yeah, D'banj. I feel like if you do a song with D'banj, it won't be bubblegum. Yeah. Others, they do it, and because they have a lot. They have a lot to just put out. So if I did a song, I would go Mr. Flavor, D'banj. Those guys. And if I'm to come to Tanzania, I would do with AY.
Okay.
Yeah. Then Kenya, I've done with Frasha B Unit. It's coming on my album that I'm dropping very soon.
Okay. You've mentioned not wanting to do bubblegum music. This is the second time you're saying this. Do you ever feel that it's a challenge? Because people want hits, and I guess it's an easy fix to just do bubblegum music. Do you feel it's hard for you? You want to do music with meaning, but there's a demand for music to come out now to hit.
Many people say, you should do what the others are doing because they are making money and they are on the chart. The chart doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because these people are still looking up to me. Truth be told, I'm among the young stars that they were looking up to.
Okay.
So if I do the same thing that they are doing, I'm doing the wrong thing.
So
I have to stay
on your
and
own
stick,
path.
Stick on my own path, and then let them find me there. Before I did a Lusoga song in R&B, there were few artists who were thinking about doing R&B in Lusoga.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, my friend Aziz Azion told me, "Why don't you do your Lusoga songs?" I was like, I'm waiting for the right time, and the right time was there after I did songs in Luganda, and I was not known as a Musoga.
Okay.
I wanted to be known as a musician who sings Lusoga and comes from Busoga, but represents Uganda worldwide. So that was my target, and I'm glad that it worked because people they love me and they sing Lusoga even if we're in the north, west, south, everywhere I've been. Yeah.
Are you open to criticism? If someone is like, I think you're doing this wrong, you can do this better.
I'm very much open, but then tebanyegira muto. Okay, like like I have to let you know what I'm thinking so that you can explain to me your idea properly and we understand each other.
Okay.
I always want. I learned something that if you have an argument or anything that is positive, you have to end it by either accepting or the other person accepting. So I also want it to end. So when we chat about something and you tell me you're doing something wrong, I let you know why I do it and why I think it's right. So you have to convince me. If you cannot convince me, I stay with my stuff. Kuba ndi musoga mtufu, like input to it. But I'm open to criticism.
You mentioned that you're shy, but I see a little bit of stubborn in there. Stubborn as well.
Yeah, a little stubbornness.
So tell me about your next song.
My next song, like I said, I listen to dancehall a lot. I really enjoy this guy's music. So, yeah.
I mean, we all love Beanie Man.
Yeah.
King of the dance.
He's a lyricist.
Palm bed, palm floor against wall. We sex them out till them call me. And the girls them sugar, that's all. Welcome the king of the dance hall. Palm bed, palm floor against wall. We sex.
My name is Crystal, and I'm getting to know Maro a little better on Celeb Select.
Yeah. Actually, if you want to really know me, my name is MAGADA RONALD. That's where I get my name Maro.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get the M-A from
the Ma
MAGADA,
and
then
the
R-O from Ronald. So it's my real name. It's just initials.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
at least close to home, very close to home.
Exactly.
So you mentioned how, like, you know, in music, for you to build your brand, you have to have a style.
Yeah.
And I've noticed you have the crosses,
Yeah.
which is really
because-
distinct and really unique.
True.
How long have you had them? How did you come up with that?
I've been with this cross for I had one from 2011. Then I exchanged it. I changed it like in 2014. I just changed the
actual
but it's the
cross.
same.
Yes.
Yeah, it was the same. I just changed the cross.
Because most people would have a
Same.
cross on like a necklace.
Yeah.
But you have it in your hair.
Yeah, like
What does it mean to you?
First, I'm a believer. I believe in God. I believe that there's a spirit being like watching over us. Yeah, so I believe in that, and it helps me, it inspires me every day in my life. And the other thing is, as a musician, like I said, you have to build a brand. And I've seen many boys that have put the crosses in their heads and in their hair, and they have tried to change it in multiple ways to really show like how much they can change my style into their style. But that, I don't call it copying. I call it that they're inspired by what I did. And that's the thing. If you have people following what you do, that is a plus. To me, I'm glad that I have people following me and they love what I do.
So you're a musician, you're an
Yeah.
artist, and
Yeah.
clearly you've also got your own style.
Yeah,
How
true.
would you describe your style?
My style, casual always, like casual. And I like hats.
I know you like hats.
Yeah.
I really like your hat actually right
thank
now.
you. Thank you. It's actually brand new. Brand new. Yeah. So I have like a collection, and if I took a picture of the collection of hats, from caps to hats to I love hats, and I love bangles. Although there's a guy who loves bangles more than me, so I pick the unique ones. I have leather, and I have, this is like a tire, but it cannot be seen. It's
Well,
from
don't worry,
Thailand.
you'll get to see them later in the
Yeah,
YouTube
true.
video.
Exactly. So, yeah, and I decided to be the brand that people can relate with if they met me. Recently, I tend to speak to many of my fans and tell them that, you know, there's also discipline on phone. So you just don't call someone and you don't introduce yourself and expect them to just listen to you and not know whom they are talking to.
Thank you. I think
Yeah.
that goes across to
everyone.
everyone. People do that.
Recently, there's a kid. I don't know if it was a she or he, because he called and I was like, this is a boy. I'm like, I have something special to tell you. I'm like, I'm listening. So all of a sudden, you can hear if someone is removing the phone, like switching off. So I'm like, oh, he just hung up. I'm like, okay, let me call back. I called back, And this kid still hung up. I'm like,
What a child.
what? So what I did, I waited, and he sent a message. It's like, I am a writer and I'm a lyricist and I'm a musician. I can do multiple things, but I would love you to help me.
But he couldn't say
He couldn't
that?
say that. So he was like, I want you to help me with my lyrics. Maybe you can listen to the songs and sing them. I'm like, no offense, but not now. I'm still, my brains are still working. I'm still writing. So let's just keep in touch maybe someday. This guy just writes a message and is like, this is not going to break me. I've seen many great people, and those great people have started with turn downs like this.
Aw.
I was forced to call this guy and tell him, listen, I know that you think this is the baddest thing that has ever happened to you, but you should make more research.
Okay.
Me turning down your request, I didn't turn it down per se. You're talking to me. I waste my airtime to call you, and you don't pick up. Who does that? I mean, you should also respect that I call you.
Are you seeing someone special?
Me, I've been in a relationship for 6, coming to 7 years. Yeah, and
Right
I
now.
love that woman. Like, yeah, I love her
Wow.
so much. So, I don't know.
Why? We always say,
You
I
want to
love
know
this
why?
person, I care about this person. What is unique about your lady?
Feels like the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. She's close to me than anyone.
Okay.
Like I told you about my background, I was some quiet guy. I didn't have a way of really talking and expressing. I've learned this with her because she's the only person who tells me, no, look into my eye and let's finish this. I'm like, okay. so I've learned a lot from her, and she's developmental. Like when we talk about many of these people, when they hear you saying, oh, you have a girlfriend and she's white, they're like, oh, no, that is the fun. That no, that is not the case. That is not the case. That person is maybe that's not my case. Let me say that. That's not my case. She's not funding anything, but
Okay.
she is inspiring me to do everything. Because she's the one that tells me, don't worry, do this, go on and do it. And if we are supposed to take a loan from her, I take it from her, a loan. I'm not saying that she's giving me for free, like that. I have to pay back, and I pay back. That's how we are living the life, and that's how I realized there's no woman who is going to do this rather than the one who has done it first for me. No one. I had all, the exes. No one has been developmental, and talking about exes, they chuck you with no reasons. They actually don't know that they can live with you. So this person opened up, and I feel like, like I said,
She
best
supported
thing.
you.
Yeah, and she's supportive, like each day. Even when I feel like, oh, this is not going to work, she's like, let me listen to it. I'm not a musician, but I can listen to it and see. Yeah. Or if I have an idea, I'm like, I'm going to do a concert. She's like, what are your ideas? Let me read through the proposal. And she's like, oh, you cannot write it like this to your official people, right? Like this. I think this helps. Yeah. So having done the same course, and also she has a master's in it, I'm getting a lot of help.
A lot of
Like
help from
she
her.
actually lets me know that actually we share the same ideas.
Okay.
And that's the most thing.
So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're out of time.
I know.
But what can we expect from you? You mentioned your album coming out
Yeah.
soon. So,
Yeah.
when would that be?
I've been postponing this like over months and months. It's because I don't want to do something ish. And I have been researching about copyright.
Okay.
So I'm trying to copyright my music, even without the help of UPRS, that is not really letting us know how they monitor our music, because you cannot say I get 1 million out of a song that has from a song that has made millions and millions of plays in the whole like East Africa, and you
Okay.
tell me you have 1 million, but you don't tell me that your song has been played on Sanyu for 5 times, and it's played on this station for other multiple times, and that's how you get this money, because we deducted our money, and
So you
they
feel
don't
they
tell
don't break
you.
it down for
So
you.
they don't break it down, but they give you an envelope. I've not seen Jay-Z handling an envelope from their thingy. So it means they have to improve that. So I'm researching about that, and my research is done. So I'm copywriting my album. That's what took me long, like
Okay.
copywriting my album. But it's 17 songs, very nice songs, 5 collaborations from East Africa, yeah, and Uganda, of course. And I released one song of it. It's
Okay.
called Nige.
And that is actually the song that we're
Yeah.
going to play now.
Exactly.
Tell us about the song.
About this song, it's a Lusoga song. I decided to do this song to be like one of the sweetest songs from Lusoga. Like, I've been making a lot of songs in Lusoga, but this song is special, that I'm just talking about that young love. When you remember to see that person, you cannot know what to do, or you're shy that you even touch your face, because you don't know. Your eyes say, I want this, but your hands are saying, what should we do? So you're shy. But then this time you want to really talk to this person. So the story in the song is like, I'm going to stalk you. I'm going to be everywhere you go, because I am sure and I believe that you're the one. So Niwe means you're the one. It's you.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the
Thank you
show
too.
and for
Thank you
sharing
too.
so much.
Thank you too.
Okay, here it is. And we can all remember Young Love as we
Yeah.
listen to it from
Sure.
Maro.
Yeah.